Hello students, welcome to Nilachal Polytechnic. We are continuing with the inventory control chapter of the subject, Industrial Engineering and Management. Here in this video, we are going to study about the EOQ model, different terms related to EOQ model. Let's come to EOQ. EOQ means that is economic order quantity. What does it mean? Economic order quantity is nothing but that is the number of units that a company should add to inventory with each other in order to minimize the total cost of inventory, like holding cost, ordering cost and shortage cost. Holding cost means that is your inventory carrying from vendor to the company, storing it. Order cost means what is the number of order to be placed for the total amount of items required by the company. Shortage cost means while there is any production demand is increasing in market, during that time there may be scarcity of the raw material maybe takes place. So for that you have to manage the shortage cost. The main aim of EOQ is that to produce or to invest low cost of making the production system happening. He has to fix the quantity to order each time. He has to total quantity of the required by the company is fixed and is ordered each time and the inventory level reaches to the specified reorder point. After getting the raw material in the storeroom, the storekeeper has to move these items or raw materials to each department. That is, your consumption of items is going on. While consumption takes place, we have to make the reorder, we have to make the requisition of the total order quantity required by the production system. Simultaneously and instantly, if it is not be applied, then there will be a scarcity required and the level of reserve stock of inventories can be utilized. So EOQ is utilize a model for calculating that appropriate reorder point, reorder quantity to be ensured in instant of replacement in inventory without no shortage. It can be a valuable tool for a small business owner who need to make the decision that how much inventory is required to keep in hand, how many items to be ordered each time, and how often reorder to incur the lowest possible cost. The EOQ model is required to find out the annual consumption rate, monthly or quarterly consumption rate. That is, what is the amount of items are to be stored in the storeroom, how the items are consumed in each department. This is the diagrammatic representation, and by utilizing that EOQ model, we can find out that value. In the EOQ model, assumes that the demand is constant. That is, average demand is maximum stock to minimum stock. At a point, specified number of items to be arrived to return inventories in beginning level. The model assumes instantaneous replacement and no inventory shortage and associated cost. The EOQ model involves a inventory handling cost or carrying cost and also for the purchasing cost of material, including the placing of order and delivery charges. Ordering a large amount of at one time will increase the small business carrying cost, while making more frequent order of few items will reduce the carrying cost and increase the order cost. The EOQ model finds the quantity that minimizes the sum of these costs. Let's consider a EOQ model. This is a fundamental or there is a typical model for a production system. What are you finding from this economic order model? Model means graphical representation. There is a green color line. This green color line from this horizontal line is known as your minimum stock. That is the reserve stock. The inventory starts with 0 point and reaches to the maximum quantity Q. From 0 to this is your maximum quantity, or that is the maximum amount of stock that should be present for the production system. Then consumption rate starts. Before that, there is a point, and the consumption rate starts from maximum to the minimum or reserve stock. Before that reserve stock, if the quantity is reached to the average quantity, then, or that is half of quantity, you are going to make a order, and at that point we have to make a requisition order. Requisition order means that is the order which gives us idea that what is the number of items required, number of items price, what is the number of quantity required, name of the item, all these are to be mentioned. Some time is required for requisitioning that product. Then we are finding out that after getting the requisition order, that requisition order will be get final approval from the management. Then it is goes to the for the purchasing of material. The purchasing of material, we are going to surrounding, or we are going to vending different vendors, and the vendor gives us the material, required material for us, and he has to make the purchase cost. He has to make the cost sheet or invoice he has to provide. So lead time means that is the time period within which we are getting a order to be placed and the order to be received. That is known as the lead time. Reorder point means that is the point at which we are going to make an order or placing a order for the production system before it is goes to the minimum level. Again, after getting the received amount, then the stock increases to the maximum. Then consumption starts, demand rate starts, again it reaches to the minimum value. Before minimum value, again we are going to make the place of order, again that reaches to the maximum, again the consumption rate starts. In this way, the EOQ model gives a relation that what is the amount of quantity to be spent in a period of time. So this is the line suggesting that the consumption rate is constant, the amount of stock is also constant.